Good morning, students. Today, I would like to discuss about that system design through Verilog first unit. In the first unit, we discuss about the some of the important concepts present in the first unit here. So here, I would like to explain about the what are the basic contents present in the first unit here. So basic contents consist of the in the first unit introduction to Verilog language. So Verilog, what is the use of the Verilog here? Verilog is can be used as a HDL, hardware description language here. How Verilog can be used as a HDL here? And next one is the what are the levels of design description here? What are the different types of levels of design description to describe this HDL language here? And next one is the concurrency. So how the concurrency concept can be used in the Verilog language here. And next one is the simulation synthesis. So here we'd like to learn about the what is under simulation and what is under synthesis. So after that we'd like to talk about the functional verification. So functional verification. So how to we are performing the functional verification of the circuit. What is the importance of the functional verification of the circuit here? So in this class we discuss about these five concepts here. Okay. So in the last class we discussed about the what is the importance of this system design through Verilog subject here. So before talk about this introduction to Verilog language, first of all, I would like to talk about the what is the objectives and outcomes of this system design through Verilog language here. So what is the objective of this here? To make the students learn and understand the following components. So what is the first one here? What is the objective of the first unit here? Acquire basic knowledge of the Verilog HDL. So after studying about the first unit, student can acquire the basic knowledge of the Verilog HDL. And next one is the what are the language constructs and conventions in Verilog language here. So next one is the basic concepts Verilog HDL like data type, system task, and compiler directives here. So in C language also it having some data types and system task. So similarly in our Verilog HDL also it having the some basic concepts like that here. Basic concepts and the data type, system task, and compiler directives like that here. What is the outcomes of this subject here? So define basic terms in HDL, know syntax and lexical conventions of the HDL language, and students should remember data types, operators. And next one is the students and talk about the what are the different types of test benches for simulation and verification of the circuit here. So coming to our first concept. What is our first concept here? Our first concept is the how Verilog as HDL. Verilog aimed at providing a functional, tested, and verified design description for the target FPGA or ASIC device. So Verilog provides a functionally tested and verified design description for the target field programmable gate arrays or the application specific integrated circuit here. So that Verilog can be used as a HDL here. So now I would like to talk about that. What are the levels of design descriptions present in the Verilog language here? So what are the different types of levels of design descriptions? First level is the gate level description, and second one is the data flow description here. First one is known as the gate level description. Next one is the data flow description. Third one is known as the behavioral level description, and fourth one is known as the circuit level or the switch level description here. So by using these four type of design descriptions only, we can able to describe the functionality of the circuit by using the Verilog language here. So what is the first one here? First one is known as the circuit level or the switch level description here. So to describe the any type of hardware, we can use the any either gate level or data flow, behavioral level, or the circuit level description methodologies we have to use. You suppose if I am using the circuit level or the switch level description, and the in case of these circuit levels, the description, a switch is the basic element. Here we are describing the circuit by using the switches. Switches is the basic element here, with which digital circuits are the built here. So switches can be combined to form inverters and other gates at the next higher level of abstraction here. Okay, so this one is if you observe this one is the one switch and this is also another switch here. So by using these switches, we can able to form the digital circuit functionality here. So that means here we are developing the digital functions by using the some type of switches here. And next one is known as the what is the second type of design description here? Second type of design description is known as the gate level design description here. In case of the gate level design descriptions in Verilog language, we are using the all type of primitive gates. We are using the which type of here? We are using the all type of primitive gates here, so that we can develop the digital circuits by using this gate level description here. And next one, our third type of description is known as the data flow description here. This data flow is the next higher level of abstraction present in our Verilog language here. So in case of the data flow description, all possible operations on signals and variables are represented here in terms of assignments here. So here, whatever the operations I want to perform, all possible operations on signals and variables are represented in terms of assignment. So if you observe by using this assignment operator, I can able to develop the digital functionality by using this data flow description here. What is the next type of description here? Next type of description is known as the behavioral level description here. In case of the behavioral level description, behavioral description, the functionality of the circuit can be represented by using its behavior of the circuit. That means this behavior will consider the highest level of design description. It is essentially at the system level itself. Okay, with the assignment of possibilities and looping constructs and conditional branching possible, the design descriptions essentially looks like a C program here. So like C program, here we can able to develop the functionality of the circuit by using some conditional operators, by using some branching operators, by using like those. The behavioral description can be developed in case of our Verilog language here. So by using all these four type of design descriptions, we can able to develop the functionality of the digital circuits by using this Verilog HDL here. Now I'd like to talk about the what are the what are the basic language concepts in our Verilog language here. So whenever we want to, whenever we are handling this Verilog HDL, compulsory we should know about these concepts. So these are the basic concepts here. What is the first one here? First one is known as the concurrency, and second one is known as the simulation and synthesis, and third one is known as the functional verification of the circuit, and fourth one is known as the system task, and fifth one is known as the programming logic language interface here. So these are the five concepts, basic five concepts used in our Verilog language here. So first of all, I'd like to talk about the concurrency here. What is that by concurrency? Concurrency means the in any electronic circuit, all the units are to be active and functioning concurrently. The voltage and currents in the different elements in the circuit can change simultaneously in turn the logic levels too can change. This is known as the concurrency here. Simulation of such a circuit in an HDL calls for concurrency of operation. So all the actives should be at one step or completed and then simulated. So this is known as a concurrency. So in one shot, if suppose if I want to tell the concurrency in a single statement, all the whatever the statements present in the HDL language, all those statements are executed in a single delta second. This is known as the concurrency of the digital circuit here. And next one is the, I'd like to talk about the simulation and the synthesis of the digital circuit here. So what is done by simulation here? Verification of the functionality of the circuit is known as the simulation. And next one is known as the, what is the definition of the synthesis here? Converting the HDL to the netlist. So hardware description language can be converted into the netlist. Netlist is nothing but the gates and the connection. Is known as the synthesis here. The design that is specified and entered as described earlier is simulated for functionality and fully debugged. Translation of the debugged design into corresponding hardware circuit is called the synthesis. In a single term, I can tell it as the converting the HCl to the netlist is known as the synthesis here. We have the different types of synthesis in our market. Xilinx is one of the synthesizer tool. By using those synthesizer tool only, I can able to perform the synthesis operation here. After that, the circuit is realized from there are essentially direct translation of functions into circuit elements here. So this is talk about the simulation as well as the synthesis of the digital circuit here. Now we'll talk about the functional verification of the circuit here. So testing is an essential ingredient of the VLSI design process with any hardware circuit. Why? Because we are fabricating the device with consist of the more number of components here. So when we are launching those circuit integrated circuit inside the market, compulsory we have to test. So for that purpose, compulsory we have to perform this functional verification of the circuit here. So that's why it having the two dimensions to it, functional tests as well as the timing test here. Testing or functional verification is carried out by setting up a test bench for the design. So that means the to test the circuit, we are using the one of the processes known as the inside this Verilog language. That process can be termed as the test bench of the circuit here. Okay, and next one is known as I talk about that system task. So what are the different types of system task here? Dollar display is the one of the system task here. So by using this system task, we can able to perform the some specified operations here. So in our Verilog language, it having the more number of system tasks available here. So used in design descriptions, they are not part of it. Some tasks facilitate control and flow of the testing process here. A set of system functions add to the flexibility of test benches. There are three categories. So what are those three categories here? First one is known as the functions that keep track of the process progress of simulation time. And second one is the functions to convert data or value or variables from one format to another format. Functions to generate random numbers with specific distributions here. There are other numerous system tasks and functions available in our Verilog language here. So by using the system task, we can able to perform the functions that keep track of the progress of simulation time. So example is the dollar finish. Okay, dollar display. And next one is known as the functions to convert the data or values of variables from one format to another format. Third one is known as the functions to generate random numbers with specific distributions here. Okay, so and next one is known as our next concept is known as the program logic interface here. So program logic interface, it is a way to provide application program interface to Verilog HDL. So, okay, PLI is a, it is a way to provide application program interface to Verilog HDL here. Essentially, it is a mechanism to invoke a C function from a Verilog code here. So, and next one is the program logic interface is primarily used for doing the things which would not have been possible otherwise using a Verilog syntax here. So these are the operations performed by this program logic interface here. Okay, students. Today I would like to conclude about the today's session. So today we discussed about the what are the basic topics here: Verilog and HDL, levels of design description, concurrency of the HDL, simulation synthesis, functional verification, system task, and next one is known as the program logic interface here. Okay, tomorrow we will start what are the basic structure of the Verilog HDL and what are the major components present in this Verilog HDL here. Okay, students, thank you.